Real Housewives of Atlanta Alumni Kenya Moore is among many things. A former pageant queen, an entrepreneur, and of course, a cast member on Bravo's Housewives franchise. But before she was known as the pretty housewife with the slick tongue and hilarious clapbacks, she had a lengthy resume in the 90s, post-Miss USA, that involved numerous appearances on popular sitcoms, films, and music videos. She'll often remind you that she isn't one of them when on Housewives, but some still may not understand what she truly means by that. So we're taking a look back at Kenya Moore's days as a 90s bombshell to remind the girls exactly why she's not one of them. And contrary to her pageant days, it wasn't all glitz and glamour. Before she was going tick for tack with fellow housewife cast member Phaedra Parks and telling us Nene Leakes ordered her teeth from Petco, Kenya Summer Moore may not have been a household name back then, but she definitely was no average Joe. Kenya been that girl before the aesthetic of that girl was even a thing. Graduating from Cass Technical High School and Wayne State University, she majored in psychology and minored in communications, but had other goals in mind. Her silky brown skin, tall stature, and Barbie features served her well as she took on numerous modeling gigs, something she also had done in between classes. By the age of 14, she had become a cover girl for a Chicago-based publishing company known as Ebony's Man magazine. She'd appear on other publications as well, such as Glamour, 17, Jet, Ebony, and Essence. Her modeling streak was top tier, but Kenya thought she ought to step it up, and in the year of 1993, she'd do just that by competing in the Miss USA pageant competition. Her complexion, amongst all else, stood out from the rest, and to her surprise, she'd end up not only placing in the pageant's top 3, but winning the competition overall, becoming just the second Black woman to do so after the GOAT, Carol Gist. The televised win opened many doors for her, subjected her to plenty of opportunities, and her stint as occurring guest roles in a plethora of hit TV shows began. In between scoring her Miss USA win and placing 6th in Miss Universe, Kenya was highly sought after by big execs and continued to use her good looks and Aquarius wits in her favor. Iconic shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, Smart Guy, The Parkers, The Steve Harvey Show, and a list of others were a part of the basket of TV appearances Kenya had cultivated throughout the years. Appearing on other sitcoms like The Jamie Foxx Show and Girlfriends, her portrayals often imitated Kenya's real-life bombshell avatar, but other roles included her becoming a more serious character. Despite the actual speaking sectors being kept to a minimum, she made it work and was getting the recognition as well as those checks. Along with her wave of commercial and TV runs, she'd appear in a handful of movies like 1998's Senseless and the 1995 film Waiting to Exhale. Kenya's TV ladder was steadily growing, and she dipped her toe into the music side of things, this time playing the role of love interest to some of hip-hop's biggest names. Playing the role as horse whisperer in Jermaine Dupri's and Jay-Z's Money Ain't a Thing, a gambling goddess in Nas's Sweet Dreams, and herself in Tupac's video for his track Temptations, alongside other big names like Jada Pinkett Smith, Coolio, Salt and Pepper, and all the other all-star crew who came out to support Pac while he was serving time in prison. Her acting endeavors continued into the 2000s, and she'd be given small roles in 2000's Toi, Deliver Us from Evil, Brothers in Arms, Cloud 9, and I Know Who Killed Me. She'd take on another role, this time as a director for the 2010 film Haitian Nights, after the original director stepped down. Releasing her own production company, More Vision Media, 2 years prior, the film was also distributed through MVM. Just 2 years after that, Kenya would grace our television screens, finally getting a recurring and starring role when she was casted on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Unlike her previous gigs as the sultry, fun model, off the rip, Kenya was portrayed as more of the show's villain. A pretty villain, but a villain nonetheless. The portrayal as one of the shadiest antagonists on the show aided in the upkeep of the show altogether. Because truth be told, prior to Kenya joining the cast, the show was on the brink of cancellation, but that's between you and me. The Housewife franchise may have boosted her infamy, but it also boosted her sales and other branched out business endeavors. One of those being her Booty Boot Camp workout DVDs she comically put out in 2013, rivaling Phaedra Park's own series of bum exercise videos. Her glorious lengthy tresses inspired her to drop her own hair care line the following year, known as Kenya Moore Hair Care. Donald Trump had his tiny hands full when Kenya decided to join the Celebrity Apprentice's 14th season. Her online spat with Vivica A. Fox was one of the highlights of the season, and she recalls the overall experience as being fair, but suggested that if she was a size 0 blonde babe with blue eyes, she would have probably been his favorite. She eventually would be given the boot, but her reality TV days were just getting started. Continuing on with the Housewife series, she dibbled and dabbled into other TV ventures, including expressing her inner ballroom dancing desires by competing on season 30 of ABC's longtime running dance competition show, Dancing with the Stars. Partner to pro dancer Brandon Armstrong, her dancing ability wasn't the worst, but also wasn't the sharpest, since America ultimately decided that Miss Kenya had 1.5 left feet, becoming the 6th person to be eliminated, giving her the 10th place title. 6 years prior to Kenya being chosen as a contestant on one of Ballroom's favorite televised events, she was linked to personal trainer Matt Jordan, who often appeared in episodes of Housewives. But the relationship was anything but ideal. Viewers got to witness Matt become belligerent, mentally abusive, and go on violent rages, including kicking down Kenya's hotel room door, breaking the windows out of her garage door, smashing the glass in like the Hulk on the side of her Atlanta dream pad, punching her personal driver in the face, spray painting over security cameras, and busting out the back windows to her vehicles. We also got to witness him threaten her life on several different occasions. One incident in particular being the time Kenya canceled his flight to an event castmate Cynthia Bailey's ex, Peter Thomas, was hosting. Deciding against the public link-up due to Matt's history of arguing and public disputes, he then took it where all dysfunctional individuals take it in hopes of spinning the narrative: social media. In an attempt to turn Kenya into the villainous beauty she had already established to be, luckily camera crew captured Kenya's true intent on canceling the link-up, and also captured threatening messages Matt had sent to his supposed lover, telling her that he'll make it his business to the point she'll never want to talk to him ever again. How if she called the police or flirted with other men, she'll regret it. Finishing off the text exchange by telling Kenya to come to him humble and open her arms. Now, I don't know about you, but threatening the one you supposedly love to come back to you doesn't sound like love at all to me. She was able to get out of that hostile relationship safe and sound and meet a man later down the road who was emotionally mature enough to be with, as far as we knew anyway. Yet that situation didn't turn out to be all it was cracked up to be either. Wedding and baby fever crept its way up Kenya's doorsteps, and she'd officially tie the knot to restaurant owner and businessman Mark Daly before separating just 2 years later due to alleged cheating scandals along with other mishaps. They'd give it another go-round, but this time Kenya knew things weren't going to work like she'd hoped, and Mark officially filed for divorce in 2021, finalizing the deed in 2022, but not before welcoming a baby girl, Brooklyn, in 2018. Her endless beefs with frenemy Phaedra Park's hilarious drags, witty clapbacks, and subtle shade has without a doubt made Kenya a force to be reckoned with on and off the Housewives franchise. She was able to keep up with the Joneses, obtaining an array of acting gigs and overall work prevalent in the world of entertainment. To her many business ventures and ability to hang on to relevance throughout the years make her a standout, and whether you're Team Kenya or not, the franchise wouldn't be the same without her. Now that's what you call Gone with the Wind fabulous. Were you surprised by Kenya's lengthy resume? Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and stay tuned for more true celebrity stories.